So I'm going to demonstrate how to use array objects and empty objects to create some cool animation effects. Something like this. So I'm going to start off with a new Blender document, and what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm going to go into my modifiers and I'm going to add a modifier called wireframe, and I'm just going to turn up the thickness a little bit. So that's going to be my wireframe kind of cube. And what I'm going to do now is create a new object which is going to be an empty object. So an empty object is like an object that has no object itself, just a reference to a position in this 3D space. And so now I'm going to right click on my, and there I just moved that empty object to the side a little bit. So I'm right clicking to select my wireframe cube object, and I'm going to go into my modifiers and I'm going to go to array. Now here I'm going to tick this box for object offset, and I'm going to select my empty. And so what this means is that if I have my empty object selected and I do things to it, it's going to affect the array of cubes. But what I should really do is turn up the amount of objects in the array. So if I just click and drag, that will make more objects in the array. So obviously arrays are really good for doing certain things. For example, things like stairs are great using arrays. But just say I bring that back in there and bring that in. So look, all you really need to do is do some animation on your empty object now, and you'll get some pretty cool effects here. I can bring that right in there. So just whatever you do to it will affect the array. So, you know, you can, here I'm just going to click and drag leftwards, and I'll just do like some sort of animation on the array. But obviously you want to have some sort of little plan for what you're going to do. I'm just going to click the record button, and I'm just going to move the object a little bit. And this is just really rough. Another thing that can be nice to do is make your animation loop around by making sure it has the same keyframe at the start as at the end. The way you can do that is you can just go to the end of your sequence and go to the animation tab and click insert location, rotation, scale, and there you have two keyframes at the start and end that are the same. And then here, you know, I could do something like press S on the keyboard to scale that array, or R to rotate it. And as you can see, it's pretty cool fun. And you know, whatever takes your fancy. So look, that's all I wanted to demonstrate for now. Obviously you can take this a lot further, but this is just the basic nuts and bolts of how it works. That's all. Bye.